I'm good with that.
All right, wonderful. And we'll just as soon as the video starts, then we can be able to start. We're good? We're good to go? All right, good. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Hello. This is another episode of the Mental Threads Podcast, episode 180. I have a special guest right here, Mr. Dapa Don, if you'd like to say hello.
You know what I mean? What's good, y'all? The Mental Threads Podcast. I've been wanting to get here for a minute. They doing good work over here. Obviously, 180 episodes in. That definitely means something. So I'm just happy to be a part of the the called,
No, for real. I'm happy to have you on as well. And we're pretty much in the same circle. I think I was just speaking to your wife. I think we met each other back at the last Charlotte Spark event by Trey Rhodes. Yes. Was it? I think we're at the parking deck and everything. I think we encountered each other. Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
wonderful. Now
man.
We're here and everything.
Now we here.
Exactly.
Shout out to Trey Rhodes, man. Charlotte Spark.
Yeah, Trey Rhodes been doing
Appreciate
it.
it.
Seriously, bringing us all together and everything.
I don't know how this man even find time to do all of this shit while he's an active fighter.
Real. All he needs is one more fight and he can go pro.
What?
Just one more fight. He already won he's 4-1. So if he gets one more win, he's good.
Oh,
and he can go pro. So
Trey,
it's
let's go, my
let's
boy.
go. Seriously, fingers crossed.
Yeah,
Prayers go. We gotta put in the prayers.
All the good energy to my boy Trey. Go ahead, get that pro. Man, look. Do that, man. We definitely will be fired to have one of the homies be, a professional fighter in this MMA circuit. Yeah,
for
man.
real. Or if it's Bellator,
I can't do that shit, bro.
You don't know that for sure. Maybe you just gotta pick a different. It's mixed martial arts, so it could be like sumo wrestling. It could be judo.
I'm gonna want to shoot somebody.
Oh yeah.
I can't do that. Because, my nigga, the minute you put a foot to my face, I'm going to the parking lot, bro.
Yeah, okay.
And it's going to be something different when I come back. Fuck the match. Fuck the sponsors. You kicked me in my face, my nigga.
On television.
On TV in front of a whole bunch of bad bitches. I'm going to shoot you, my nigga. In the fucking leg, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Well, see, that's how you avoid the murder charge.
Right. You gotta keep below the waist.
You gotta avoid that attempted
murder. Below the waist is not attempted murder.
I learned that from the Chappelle show.
Oh man,
comedy can be educational.
Love it.
Yeah, for real. But on real and everything, so we pretty much been around the same circle. Now I gotta give it up to Trey Rhodes and everything for kind of really help mending in this extended universe, because it's everyone I met in his that would actually perform at his showcases I've had on the show. Well, I'm working to get them on the show.
Happy to be here, man. Thank you for having me too.
And you've performed at Trey Rhodes events, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I might have missed your performance. Yes. My apologies. I had to leave that last one early.
You missed out on something wonderful if you did.
I bet.
I ain't going to toot my own horn, but, honestly,
talk your shit, man.
I am definitely the best artist in CLT as far as hitting that stage, as far as diverse music. Nobody fucking with me, bro. I got homies, man, and, shout out to the homies that are definitely amazing artists. My brother, Koso Sadiddy. That's my motherfucking brother right there, you know what I mean? Reese Raps, that's my sister, and looked out for me God knows how many instances, you know what I mean? But, shout out to Training Day. Training Day is really good. Oh, my God. Training Day is was a beautiful platform. You niggas didn't appreciate it enough. I'm going to keep it 100. Y'all didn't appreciate them niggas enough.
Are they still doing events? Please tell me they're doing events.
It falling back from the events, bro.
Oh, why is that?
People
weren't showing up?
Here's my thing. If motherfuckers is professional, right, bro? And we supposed to be conducting ourselves as professionals, as artists, as a brand, as we are walking in our purpose. Why are you not respecting the relationships that you're building? I've definitely pulled up on my bro McLean, even just to come support. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't even performing.
McLean, Vegas McLean?
No, CEO McLean.
CEO.
Yeah. From Training Day. And I pulled up, him and, Trap Sid and DJ Scott King. I pulled up on them just to come support. And the niggas that's supposed to be performing, where the fuck y'all at?
And they don't show up.
They show up late as shit.
Wow.
You think people got money to pay for a venue to go over their time because they waiting for you?
Oh, yeah, that's that professionalism.
It's not professional.
They gotta sign that stuff up, yeah.
They just think they ready, but they not ready.
In terms of just really getting set up. and everything, getting situated. Yeah, no, I know you ready. You showed up like even before I got here and everything.
It's about relationships because you know what? If somebody else reach out to you like, yo, we want to interview that, how was y'all interview with him? And you can tell them, yo, that nigga was here before we was getting ready to start.
Yeah, that is true.
Nigga was on time, he was punctual. But you know what? That all resonates with your brand.
Yeah, that is
so
true.
If you are a person that's looked at as chronically late, you don't show, you don't communicate, you give terrible fucking interviews, you do half-ass shows, that's going to follow you.
Yeah, that is true. Your reputation will precede you
it will.
all the time.
You think these niggas promoters don't talk to each other?
Yo, yeah, that is true. And then not even just that, but even in the professional world, like, you know, I work for LPL Financial. Even my manager had to speak to me and everything. I don't know how I got back in that job because I originally it was an internship, but I guess I just kept working, kept persisting. I just ended up back there. I've been working there since last April.
Beautiful.
And everything, you know. It's like it's a really dope job and everything, but, you know, you work with the service department, it can get really stressful. And then on top of that, like I work at the weekends at Club Onyx as a security guard and everything. So it's just like, you know, on top of that, that's...
Get me up in there, bro. Come on now. Do some security for Onyx, man.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if you got past experience, you should be fine. But they're not hiring nobody who ain't got past experience. But they've been doing that for a minute. I'm like the last one. That's my security.
I got a whole bunch of experience being a bouncer, my nigga. Like,
hey, I'll help you out. I'll help you. I don't mind.
Onyx, that mean you get to protect the titties, my nigga.
Shit. I mean, at the same token, it's like it's a pretty dope job and everything, and it's a good part-time job too.
I've been there on a weekend, and them motherfuckers do not play. When you trying to park inside the parking lot, like right in front of the club,
and the cones, don't do that. Don't do
bruh,
that. You gotta
if
pay.
you got anything in your car, you got a pistol, you got them niggas is not letting you park in there.
Yeah.
So shout out to Onyx who try to keep it as safe as they can. I definitely give a shout out to them niggas because once you know you gotta park like far the fuck away from the club because you gotta burn in your shit, I feel a little safer because you gotta travel a little bit to go get your gun from out your car if you want to have some static.
Yeah, no, seriously. So that's very smart on that end. And that's what keeps us going for a long time. Well, yeah, new clubs will come in and out and everything, but what really keeps us going is just that we actually set a standard, you know. And that's so you got to set standards for yourself.
Onyx is a staple.
It's very staple.
It's a staple. Like Onyx in Charlotte, Onyx in Atlanta, Houston. Dog, let me tell you something. Being a nigga from up top, right? Yeah, we like strip clubs and shit, but ain't no kind of strip club like in the South. None at all. None.
Have you been to Atlanta? What?
Yeah,
Magic
brother.
City?
Blue Flame, Magic City, when fucking Follies was still open. Oh, nigga, I got a funny story to tell you about that shit. I was actually on a show for A3C.
Oh, really?
Right, in Atlanta. Now, Maj was a big stage. It was like in Edgewood, like they had constructed the stage, all of that shit, like the Roots is on it. Everybody. So I was just lucky to be in that motherfucker. But I had time between sound check. I got up. I'm an early nigga, so you know I'm up early. We doing shit, chilling, and we was like, yo, let's go to fucking Follies. It was like 1 in the afternoon. Like I had sound check at 4, bruh. I don't know how even the daytime dances. Fire. Oh my God. My nigga, by the time we looked up, it was 5 o'clock. I was late as fuck for sound check.
And the theme was actually to be on time.
To be on time. I was trying my best. I said, that was 1 o'clock. We got time. Nigga, by the time we looked up, and it wasn't even like we was losing time in that bitch. We didn't pay attention to it. It was just that lit. I'm like, how are you this fucking lit at 1 in the afternoon? How?
Just make it happen. It's just a different city.
Atlanta's different.
Atlanta's very different.
It's different.
That was my grandfather's favorite city. I think he stayed there for a little bit, like when he was young, because my grandfather came from Liberia, West Africa.
Nice.
So he came in the 70s, or was it the late 70s, early 80s, and everything?
What's
So
that
that was around the same time, like I think when Coming to America came out. So
he went straight from Liberia to Atlanta.
He went to Charlotte because like one of his brothers came here in Charlotte and everything. You know, so it's like it starts with family, and then like your cousins start coming, and then you say, I'm gonna start pulling up there. I know people there, and he made home for himself in Charlotte, but he actually stayed in Atlanta for a little bit.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, dude, Atlanta's.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, it's because this shit that's chocolate. I mean, they say DC was chocolate city. I don't know if it's still covered, but like Atlanta, that's like the black Mecca when you think about it.
DC got some spots, but I'm sorry, I ain't fucking with no ATL. Like, nah, like. I mean, I ain't that old of a nigga to remember older clubs, but I definitely remember Follies. Blue Flame was fire.
Yeah,
Blue Flame's still open, so shout out to them. Fucking Onyx in Atlanta, Magic City, all that shit. KOD in Atlanta.
I need to pull up to. I haven't been to Atlanta since I think 2023 when they had the One Music Fest. And whatnot.
One Music was fire.
Yes, it was fire. Yes. Yeah, and everything. Yes. But I didn't. The thing is, I was in a group chat, but I couldn't stick with them throughout the time when I was there because, like, once you get in a big crowd like that for a festival,
lose everybody.
You lose all your content. You can't call nobody. So you're basically just taking pictures, just kind of taking it in as you're there and everything. Just me and a blunt. And
Atlanta, if any of y'all listening to this podcast, can y'all please talk to the people from A3C and bring that shit back?
What Music Fest?
Bring A3C back properly, please. The A3C conference was one of the best indie conferences that we've had, and especially after South by Southwest got so corporate. South by Southwest wasn't always that corporate. It wasn't always major label shit. It was really a place for an indie artist to stretch their wings, if you want to say like that. And then, I guess the majors seen the kind of boom and the kind of opportunity that's there because Austin, Texas is a college town.
Oh, yeah, Austin, Texas. Yeah.
And
kind of like Atlanta is. Atlanta's more like an HBCU town, though.
Right, like, but Austin is more like it's a college. There's a couple of colleges in Austin. On top of that, A Street, where the majority of the South by Southwest conference is just nothing but bars.
Oh, yeah.
So that's part of the venue structure of them, putting on those shows. You're in different bars or whatever, and it's like you can literally walk up the street, see one person perform, walk up the street, see another person performing. You could, and the baby was out there.
Oh yeah.
You
got to pull up to Texas now.
When
Houston and Austin, like that's a hot spot now.
And he had the gimmick with the diaper and shit. I remember seeing that.
He was grinding, bro.
He was grinding, my nigga. Like niggas out there in a fucking diaper in the heat, my nigga.
And he knew he was the shit. You got to know you're the shit to pull some stuff.
Pull some shit. To be brave enough to put a fucking diaper on and walk up and down 8th Street and promote yourself.
And to come from Charlotte too, where they all talk shit, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
bro.
you had that is respect. And I've seen Megan down there before. Megan was superstar status and a bunch of different artists. Cash Doll, everybody, Young M.A.
Oh yeah,
all that shit. Man. But it's like it started getting way too corporate. And the majors came in and swooped in and fucking big sponsors now they want the bigger artists on stage.
Yeah,
I remember seeing Young Thug at fucking South by.
Mm-hmm.
Young Thug.
That's good.
Like, nigga. But now it's trivial. You know what I mean?
I feel like a lot of things are trivial now because it's just like, because it's not like how it used to be, like with like DVD records and everything selling records. It's all about streams now. So it's like, like as technology gained to change, like the music industry kind of changed along with it. So like, for things that catch your eye, I was just speaking about it like on a multiple episode. It's just like, the whole formula for trying to get yourself out there, and whether it's podcasts or music or whatever, you got to go through reels, put yourself on a playlist, stuff like that.
It's a lot of work.
There's a lot of work. Now. It's a lot of work.
And it's funny, me and Lee was talking about this earlier, like, it's a different time. And the thing is, I'm an artist that is from in the middle of the shift. Mm-hmm. That is when I kind of started doing music in the middle. But so I know both sides of it. I know both sides of making this, a demo CD and shopping it to labels and beating your feet to the pavement in New York. And you just like get, I remember getting addresses of all the labels. Mm. And I literally, like, cut school. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Mom. But I would cut school and literally ride a train up to the first stop. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, of the addresses I had. Like, I remember Universal was like on 57 from around that area. Get off and just go to every label. Mm-hmm. Every label. Now, this is obviously, my music is 30 times better now than it was then.
Yeah.
But still, that was just a part of the grind. You go to Hot 97 and stand outside, and you wait for like one of the DJs to come in or come out. Waiting for Flex, you waiting for K Slate, you got your niggas with you waiting with you, and that's what y'all doing. Y'all passing the time, get some McDonald's or some shit, you know what I mean? Get a fucking hot dog, whatever. And y'all outside, y'all smoking, y'all passing the time because you waiting for that one person
to just recognize you,
to recognize you, to come
that, okay,
out,
this is a worthy investment,
and rap for them niggas or hand them a CD, something. Yeah. I come from a time where you had unsolicited and solicited material.
Oh yeah.
So a label wouldn't really fuck with you, wouldn't listen to you unless a entertainment attorney or an agent or some shit like that walked it in there. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like a lot of the labels were receptive to you going up to the label, placing the CD at the front desk. I'm like, yo, this is my shit. I'm so and so. Yeah. Fuck about that. That shit was in like their bylaws and shit. They don't take unsolicited material.
Oh yeah.
So if you don't have representation, you was kind of asked out.
Yeah.
Where now, where the shift came, where the internet has eliminated that shit.
Yeah, the blog era killed that shit.
I love the blog era. Just talking about this shit earlier. Like, this is where my sweet spot came. That's when I really started like getting into this shit and making relationships and making quality music in that blog era.
Yeah, that was when Lil Wayne was hot too, bro.
He's
still like one of the best. Like, talking
about early Wiz.
Yeah, Wiz.
Early Cole.
Lil Mac Miller.
Currency.
Yeah, Currency.
Big Sean.
Was
early Drake.
Yeah,
comeback season, all that shit. Like, that era was fucking amazing.
Shout
out to Dat Piff.
Yeah. Oh,
shout out to Dat Piff. I know you're a real one. Shout out to Dat Piff. That Piff held us down, my nigga.
Yeah, no, seriously. And then it shut down. I feel like a part of me kind of died with it too, because it's just like, I don't know, something about downloading. You always find something about your artist. Like when Forest Hills Drive with J. Cole came out and everything, because like it was like that project before that.
Fuck all that. Let's talk about, if you want to talk about Cole and Dat Piff. Let's go before Forest Hills.
The come up. Friday Night Lights.
Nigga.
Bro.
Okay.
Dat Piff had it all, man.
Fucking 2 Chainz, True Religion, based on a true story. Nigga.
Dude.
That True Religion tape.
2013 2 Chainz was something
Jesus
crazy.
Christ.
That was beautiful. And he was in his 30s. That's what made it even more inspirational. It didn't matter.
2 Chainz ain't popped till he was old.
Yeah, and
let's keep it a buck. And that nigga had a chokehold on shit.
Yes, bro. Signed to good music and everything, and he would have the best verse on the good music.
So niggas, don't think cause you at like 29, 28, like, oh, nah, this is I gotta get this shit up and go work at UPS. Fuck that.
Just keep working, bro.
Grind. Get your fuck. Cause honestly, that now sounds way better than 10 years ago. That. So. Fuck all that. Yeah, and I put it like, you know what, God maybe felt I wasn't ready at this stage.
That's fine.
But now I'm ready at this stage.
Yes, and you have nothing but material. So it's like
nothing.
All you got to do is really just put it more out there and really just kind of build leverage off an audience.
I had to find me as an artist, you know, and then my sound is so fucking diverse. It's not like you're going to get the same thing on any of my projects. You're not getting the same beat every fucking record.
Oh, by the way, I gotta let you know, we got 20-minute increments. I'll let you know every 20 minutes, like the video cut out. Just want to let you know. Just want to let you know, because like in 2 minutes, like it's about to cut out. But it's like, but the
you gotta give me some kind of
it's still recording. The mic is still gonna go. It's just gonna be like on the video. So when you watch the screen, it'll be like a little. I'll put the logo on the screen in between, like, you know, like commercials.
You gonna edit that, brother?
Sure. It's no problem. It's no problem.
We're gonna do that. Just let me know when we back on the video side.
Yeah. No. We're still good for right now. I just want to let you know we got like about like 1 minute.
Like, yo, fucking early Currency.
Yes, Currency.
Jesus Christ.
And he's still going strong though.
Still,
he's just not in the mainstream, which is
fuck all that. Give me good music. I don't give a fuck about no mainstream. Give me just something I can listen to.
Because they be having niggas like twerking on the devil on mainstream. So
like,
really
one of my favorite artists, and the crazy part about her being one of my favorites is that we had like a little bit of a come up together, and that's Tish Hyman. Oh my God, Tish, she's always been a beast though. Like, reason I'm messing around with the same production company like in New York, but it was always something different about her. And then she became this great songwriter and have her own projects and like tour with Jill Scott. Ty Dolla $ign, all writing shit for these. Wrote one of my favorite Ty Dolla $ign songs.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Horses in the Stable, written by Tish Hyman. That is absolutely one of my favorite Ty Dolla $ign songs.
Would you let anybody write your songs? Personally, I wouldn't.
It depends. I'm not letting nobody write no rap for me.
If they gave me like a good hook and everything, and I just kind of had fill in the point, like that probably wouldn't be too
I'm not
bad,
letting nobody write no raps for me.
Yeah.
And R&B is different.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm doing something on the R&B side, if it's a collaborative effort, I'm with it because that's how R&B songs get made. People need to stop having these black and white thought processes when it comes to creating music.
There's a lot of gray
It's a
area.
collective a lot of times. Especially in R&B, there's a collective. There's writers that are amazing and have classics to their name. Like a Johnson Austin or a Brian Michael Cox, of course Neo, of course The Dream. The pen speaks for Solange.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
even Kanye West had like some writers.
Drake has.
Obviously, we all know that famously.
Fucking whatchamacallit, Alicia Keys joint, fucking Unthinkable. That's Drake shit.
Yeah.
Fall for Your Type, Jamie Foxx. That's Drake shit.
Oh, really? Oh, what, Drake wrote that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he was a writer too.
Yeah.
People don't talk about that.
People don't talk about. So I'm like,
and the thing
I ignored the
yeah.
ghostwriter shit. And like, he on the.
I didn't really so much ignore it. I just saw it as peculiar. Like it's like okay, but lots of other like artists need it too, though. Sometimes, and I don't want to shame one person for something a lot of people do and everything. But it's like
writers did he have?
Don't even.
What that nigga had?
We don't. He was a music executive, so he had
50 Hove. Well, a bunch of niggas wrote for him.
Yeah,
and just Mace wrote a lot of that shit.
No, yeah, I'll believe Mace.
So sure, it's not uncommon. You gotta think after you done made like 10 hits.
Yeah,
shit make it a little foggy. And the label's on you to keep making more. So if you enlist a songwriter, are you really cheating or are you just trying to make a good record?
I mean, as long as you compensate the writer,
of course,
yeah, that's fine. But it's like like a situation like a Quinn Miller situation. I know you know about Quinn Miller.
Though.
You feel he was compensated? He made it seem like they was cut off in a sense.
He was compensated. Nigga just wanted to be in the front, and the fuck you think I'm gonna be in the front of my own shit for?
That is true.
But then, nigga had his own run, so obviously he showed his talent.
Yeah, and that whole if you're reading This Is Too Late project, that was crazy.
That was definitely cool.
That was crazy. That stuff is so crazy.
And the crazy thing is that is my least favorite Drake album.
That's your least favorite? I don't want to say it was my favorite, but it was damn good.
That is my least favorite Drake album.
Oh, word!
If you're reading this now, it's my least favorite.
Would you put it? You even put it under Scorpion?
I would put under Scorpion.
And put it under For the Dogs too?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
That's what I'm no.
Yeah. You know what? But that fucking
it's a classic. That's all I'm saying.
What's the other one? The something tapes or some shit. God damn it.
You're talking about what's
shit
it?
Here with 5-0 on there.
Care Package?
Not Care Package. Care Package is the old shit. That's the old one. He just finally put it on streaming.
You think of the Dark Demo tape?
That's it is. Dark Demo tapes. Them shits, that was not terrible at all.
I need to get more familiar with that one though.
That one was not terrible. It's like, I think the brother's so talented. He keeps putting out product and it may be oversaturating himself because he got so much product.
That is true. Oversaturation comes like a whole lot of product. That's why when Kendrick would drop something or whatever, it feels like, because that scarcity.
Right, because he's not he's not dropping every fucking thing. So when Kendrick drop, it's something that's everybody looking at because this nigga don't drop like that. So when he dropped that fucking album and shit and just rolled the shit out of They Not Like Us until he dropped that album, that is fucking genius.
It really is genius, though. Yeah. But on top of that, it really comes in the question of whether if you should drop a whole lot of project like say NBA YoungBoy, because NBA YoungBoy still makes money off his shit,
right? But he has a cult following.
Yeah, cult following, and also when there's always another song for our fans to get into, I feel like it kind of helps in between projects too to have a lot of stuff. Even if you want to slow down, hey, there's a bunch of stuff here that they can be able to listen to, so it's no big deal.
But see, the problem is a lot of these motherfuckers that these labels are running after are one trick ponies.
That is true.
So you got one hot song, maybe two, and so now everybody's on it.
And then you get killed, and then they get the insurance money.
Right. Unfortunately.
So it's
or they remix it to death, and everybody's tired of the song.
Or they use songs that have already blown up, like how Coi Leray used Busta Rhymes' old song, and then the list goes on. It's just bouncing off and it's when it comes to sampling, ain't nothing wrong with sampling, but get something more obscure, like something from the 70s. Right. I have to use stuff from the OJs or for the Supremes.
Keep sampling everything. Like for instance, you're talking about Coi Leray. One of my favorite Coi Leray joints is Anxiety.
Which song was that?
And that's the crazy shit. Niggas like, what? What's on? And that's something that shows original talent and shows not a sample or something to hide behind.
Yeah.
But that record is fire. To my opinion, everybody could have their own opinion about shit. But I'm not that quick to dismiss new artists not listen to what Ice Spice, she got some joints.
Yeah, Ice Spice is good.
In front, she ain't got no joints.
I know people are I feel like it's kind of embarrassing how people are just kind of preying on her downfall type. It's bro, she's fresh still. You know what I'm saying?
I just need her to start eating again. That's all.
Yeah, I'm not like him.
I don't know who lied to you.
Yeah, who lied to you, bro? You was just fine
the way you were.
If you want to gain some muscle type shit, I can understand that. But that
look, you looked like a bitch from the hood.
Yes.
And niggas appreciated the fuck out of it.
And it looked more natural.
You didn't look manufactured. You didn't look like a plant. You didn't look like a whole bunch of surgery. You looked like a bitch I could see on Fordham Road.
Yes.
And you looked wonderful, baby. So I need you to get your confidence back. Fuck whoever's around you.
Yeah, no worries.
And go eat some chopped cheese or some shit. Get that shit right
Philly
back
cheesesteak in.
Get that chopped cheese up in your system, baby. You're an NY bull. Come on now.
Really?
Don't do that. You know what I mean? And then people try to come from I don't like the fact that a lot of people try to come for the female artists. I don't.
And they be working the hardest.
And they have some of the better projects of the last couple of years.
Consistently, too.
Glorilla's shit was fire.
I love Glorilla.
I love Glow album.
I like her whole personality.
I love Lotto's album.
And I like how she's authentic and how she pronounces it. What Memphis accent with
she's not afraid to be her.
She's not afraid to be her. That authenticity is I feel like we're losing that in hip hop.
Because everybody wants to be a
the
packaged
same person.
Product.
It's just bro, be you, bro.
I'm not a packaged product. I am a flawed motherfucker who just knows how to make great music.
And that's true. We can go on about that for a whole time. I really love talking about stuff. But I want to be able to take this time to actually focus back on you and everything.
Let's do that. Man.
Because you, Mr. Dapa Don, as an artist, I know you say that you're from New York,
yes,
correct?
Sir.
Now, what borough of New York might you be from?
I'm from Brooklyn, man. I'm not one of those I'm from Brooklyn, but I will definitely let you know I'm from fucking BK, my nigga from Flatbush. You know what I mean?
And what were the main differences between the boroughs of Brooklyn, the Bronx, and so on?
Everybody got their own flavor. You know what I mean? I could probably break it down female wise. You know what I mean? So, you get a Queens lady, right? She might have a good driveway. 8 times out of 10 got their own space. Own apartment, part of a house, whatever.
They're independent.
Yeah, definitely. Because you got them, they kind of adjacent to the Long Island women. Because Queens and Long Island is really right there. So, you got a little opulence with them. It depends, a little sedity. Bronx joints is fire. You're going to get you either a Latina joint, you're going to get you a good West Indian Lami. One of those two. And they going to look out, especially the Latina joints, the Puerto Rican, Dominican mommies, they going to look out. The Mexican joints may try to set you up or some shit. But, the Dominican and the PR mommies, they going to either come outside in pajamas and Team Jordans, or they going to come outside in some shit, and it's going to make you look twice. But they still hold it down, you know what I mean? You're going to get a good meal.
Oh, okay.
You're going to get some affection.
So like the wifey type.
Oh,
and everything.
yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
And, you go to Brooklyn, you don't know what you're going to get.
Okay.
You're going to get either a fucking reformed gang member or she's mad sweet. But fuck it, that's a town shit. You know what I mean? Like you gotta have a tough skin to deal with a woman from New York. Period.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Most
of my friends are from New York. My best friend is from the Bronx. Actually.
Okay, you gotta have a tough skin to deal with a woman from New York because they gonna test you. They gonna test your patience. They gonna test your resolve. Can you handle what come out their mouth? All of that shit. So I think the diversity in the boroughs is right there. Then Staten Island is kind of up and down because you definitely got a part of Staten Island that is definitely the hood. Mm-hmm. If she from Stapleton or some shit, I don't suggest you go there to visit her. But then you got to know the upper echelon Staten Island mommies too. So I think I'll break it down like that. It's New York. I would break it down by the ladies because. Niggas.
That's very wise. I mean, it's true. It's like, you ain't looking at the man.
I did leave out Harlem. I don't want to say
Harlem.
Left it out.
Yeah, don't leave
Harlem women are very flashy. They're like the daughters of drug dealers and shit, or the cousins or the nieces or whatever. Them bitches is about opulence and flyness. They gonna have their outfit together. They gonna have the money stacked together. They gonna let you know that they don't need you.
Okay.
But they still gonna fuck with you.
All right.
But I don't need you, nigga. That's their thing.
I can respect
I don't need you, but I got it. You know what I mean?
I can respect it.
Yeah, little sedity, little bougie with it, but they be looking together.
That's dope.
So, yeah, that's the whole NY breakdown, if y'all need to know. Anything past the Bronx, we not talking about. So sorry for Newburgh, sorry, Rochester. Y'all get somebody else come talk about that shit, because it ain't going to be me.
That's fine. I respect the honesty. I respect the honesty and everything. Definitely need to go by there and visit New York soon and whatnot. Because I feel like I went there, but only just for a little bit, just passing through. Because I got family that stay in Philly, so we just kind of went there for a little itty bitty trip, like just walking through type shit.
Just walking through.
It's very, very busy. I know.
You get some food from the hood, my nigga. You can't. I don't send nobody no tourist joints because that ain't where the food is at. That's not the food. Go to the hood shit. I tell you right now, you want a great authentic chopped cheese. You take your ass to Haji's.
Okay.
Harlem. Okay, Spanish Harlem Haji's around there on First Ave. That's where the original chopped cheese is from.
Okay.
Get that shit. You want some good Chinese food, my nigga? Like that's everywhere.
Oh,
I ain't gotta send you to one particular joint, but if I'm gonna be biased and say, yo, Brooklyn, like I'm gonna send you to Cal.
Okay.
Or Myrtle Ave, or I'm gonna send you to Snyder Wings, or Utica and Snyder, or some shit on the town. Or now West Indian food, that's Brooklyn all day. I don't give a fuck what other boroughs say they got that shit on lock. We got that shit on lock. Okay. I'll give Harlem soul food shit. Mm-hmm. I'll give y'all that. But there's some spots in Bed-Stuy and Brooklyn that got that fire. But West Indian food, that's Brooklyn all day, my nigga.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I'm sure the people just watching this episode like years later, like, okay, let me take notes. All right, that's what I gotta
hungry,
be.
Ain't y'all? Y'all getting hungry.
No, for real. All right, so yeah, just back to you though. So like when growing up and you grew up in Brooklyn and everything, like what are some things that you saw that you feel like kind of like shaped you, like as an individual, or shaped your perception?
I think shaping comes from the things you see once you step outside your house.
Yeah.
You wanting more, of course, obviously it is, dudes hustling. And, I knew pimps and shit like that.
Gotta make how you
but
make it.
They had all this opulence, the jewelry, the cars, bad women, all that. And honestly, from a young nigga perspective, that's what you looking at. You're not looking at the motherfucker going to work at the hospital every day because you don't fucking see the evidence of that. You know what I mean? Like, at a young age, you don't give a fuck about no mortgage and all other type of shit that they probably able to just pay and have money left over for. You don't give a fuck about that. You see a nigga in the Benz pulling up to the corner. You see the nigga in the fucking Jaguar, putting some holes in that shit or whatever. You know what I mean? You see the money flash and you see the other shit. That's what you're seeing. You're not seeing the nigga going to be a doctor or going to be a psychiatrist. They don't fucking know about that shit. that's not your heroes because that's not who you see when you walk out your door.
That is true.
So, that definitely shaped me in to respect the culture of the street. You know what I mean? Culture of hustling. I looked up to John Gotti and shit. You know what I mean? Hence where my name comes from. You know what I mean? Dapa Don, yeah, D-A-P-A, but John Gotti was the original. The D-A-P-P-E-R, Don. You know what I mean? The Teflon Don, all that other shit. So you grew up idolizing criminals.
Yeah.
That's what we grew up idolizing, criminals. You know what I mean? The real 50 Cent. Shit like that. You know what I mean? Fucking Shower Posse. You grew up idolizing criminals because you can see the evidence of their work.
And they're sensationalized in American culture a lot. Sure, like you see the politicians, but when you think of a politician, you think about like some grimy shit and then putting on a facade where it's like, these hustlers and everything. You say, hey, I do what I got to do, but it's only to survive a literal environment that like puts it in my face type shit. And it's like, I can respect that for real because like literally America was founded on crime, whether people want to admit that or not. You don't just do human trafficking and make it like just freaking like fucking fund your damn country, build your country, and then gaslight them to make it think like they're the problem and everything, and you don't want to represent. That's what I just a keynote and everything on top of like mass murder and everything
that we're necessarily concerned with right away. It's not something that we're exposed to care about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's a thing where, dude, you might grow up in a house that preach like pro-blackness and shit, but was anybody really informed about politics and policy and shit that Congress is doing? No, we don't give a fuck
how to
about
counter
that.
lobbying.
We don't give a fuck about any of that because it doesn't directly affect us.
Yeah.
But it does.
It does.
But we don't know that till we older and, have our own understanding of shit and all that. But nah, like you grew up idolizing the drug dealer, the pimp, the fucking, the stick-up kid, all that shit. Because it's all we fucking knew.
Yeah, no, for real. And it was just like growing up on my side of things, like I don't know, because like my parents is like African, so they want everybody to just be doctors somehow. They don't know
African
like
parents ain't no joke, man.
and everything. But it's like at the same time, I'm thankful for it because in one hand, it's like there's the reality side of things, where it's like you see things as they are, as they're happening around you, and then there's like the idealist side of things. So it's like but it's still out there, but you still have to make it happen.
Yeah,
you have to really, and I feel like with the idealist mindset met with like the hustle and work hard mindset. At the same time, just kind of like working inside, like kind of working within yourself. I feel like that's how you can really build like a foundation of things. It's just like, I feel like the more you see things from a more long-sighted, more see things like as they are from a more broader perspective, as opposed to like more short-sighted. I feel like that's like really like our main weakness as a people. It's really just like the short-sightedness.
Is that a lot of our elders, our parents, whatever, we were not taught to want to attain a certain level of wealth for ourselves. We were not taught that we want to be the boss. We were not taught that we want to succeed as artists and all that. Everything was go to school, you graduate, you get a good ass job.
And then you waste your time.
And then you work until you retire and die.
And like that, nobody wants to live like that. Like
that's the way they wanted to live, because securing a great job was like everything for them. Oh, you get a federal job, you get a state job. Oh, let's move mountains and shit. Yeah. But you gotta understand, with things change with time, and I don't think people from my generation and beyond, millennials and beyond, wanted to just exist.
Exactly. Nobody
and
wants
that's what it sounds like when someone tells you just go to school, get a degree, get a job.
Yeah.
And that is it. Everybody is satisfied, older than us, I'm sorry. They're satisfied with just that. And they work their asses off, work like a dog for years, and what, to get a fucking gold watch?
Yeah, and sometimes they'll lay you off if they get like a computer to like do your job too, and it's like I'm not against it in a sense, but it's just like it all comes back to like look at things from a broader perspective. Exactly. Like I do this thing, you see this, and we're like 180 episodes in. I only got like 40 some subscribers right now. And I'm like, I ain't like so upset about it or nothing. I'm actually very grateful of it because it's just like, it's just taking a step forward. Every time I set up every time I set an episode up, every time, first 2 seasons, it was just audio. 150 episodes is just audio. And now we're like 30 episodes in of using video and just building that process over and over again. It's just progress. But it's like at the same time, you got to build it, ingrain it within your foundation to kind of like that patience, to kind of just see things kind of, take after itself,
But we're not taught to bet on ourselves.
Yeah.
That's the crazy shit.
That's really
We're not taught. From children, we're not taught to bet on ourselves, which is why I vowed that my children will not have to endure that shit. If something that they feel they want to go for and they feel they want to work hard to achieve it, by all means, I'm behind you. I'm ready to fight dragons, slay dragons for you, move mountains, whatever it may be, because you want to get to this goal.
Yeah,
that somebody before you came into the world told me was unattainable.
Yeah.
Because being an artist is not embraced in my family.
That's all right. It is what it is.
The musical portion of my family has not really been embraced because I have a cousin that was James Brown's drummer for God knows how long. The godfather that played bass for James Brown as well. I got a dad that played for Maxie Priest and Band of Gypsies and shit like that. So there is a musical side of my family, but it's like everybody on that side is the black sheep. And when I wanted to go into music, God bless my grandmother, she's no longer here with us. But that was one of the first people that invested in me. Didn't know what the fuck I needed.
Your grandparents will look out.
I didn't know what the fuck I needed, bro.
Yeah.
But she was like, okay, let's go. What you think you need? And we went to Sam Ash. She bought a keyboard. It was my first keyboard. Bought her like a little tape recorder, a pack of tapes and shit to make, raps to whatever. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, bro. This is me in my beginning stages. Like, I wasn't obviously trying to throw myself out there. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But someone still believed.
That's all you need. All you need is one person to believe.
People understand, like, artists, we are so sensitive. We are mentally attacked every day. We are
lied on, all types of shit.
It is such an emotional struggle being an artist because you're putting your life into your music.
Yes.
And then you're still living the shit too. So there may be something you wrote about, but something else come along. Or you are,
came
just
up with a
going
concept
through
and
shit.
just forgot about
You're going through shit at the moment. And still got to push music out or still perform to the best of your ability. You may have a show booked that you had booked for weeks, but that day something happens.
Yes.
And it fucks your whole mental up, and you still got to pump yourself up
and try again
to perform, to put on the happy face, to put on the professional face, and all those just are masks. They're masks because we go through shit. Tormented daily in our minds, and I say some of the greatest musicians are fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah, like Kanye West.
Oh yeah, Prince, everybody. I put myself in that shit too. I'm fucking nuts.
Your brain is just set up a certain type of way, how you take things in and how you repurpose that, And I feel like being creative and even being an artist is like, it's such a high frequency sense of mind that you're adopting because like God himself literally said, let there be light, and there was light just out of nothingness. So it's like for you to put time into something and make it become something, it takes time to get that situated. And, people who are real artists know that for sure. Like, for like my first tape I dropped, was like Ego Trip back in 2021. Oh, yeah. And it's just like, for my first tape, it wasn't even going to be called Ego Trip. I had like several other ideas, but just the process of just trickling down and just getting to that, okay, this is the title. This is the sound I'm going to go with. Mm-hmm. This is the hook I'm going to put on this song. 12 songs. You got to do it 12 times, but then like have to try it again to make it sound more crispier. You're on the mic, you sound a little bit sleepy. Got to try again. It's an up and down, and then you get to the point where you actually set up an actual product, an actual project for people to actually listen to from the beginning to end, to actually like, to feel like a sense of emotions, to get something from it and everything like that. So just like that, and it came out of nothingness. Everything from this table to this microphone. How does this microphone work? We don't know. Somebody came up with a way to make it work.
Exactly. The fact that an artist, a musician, understand people. I'm going to try to break this down for you guys as clearly as I can for our listeners, and I'm definitely going to push this interview to my listeners as well. But at the same time, what I'm trying to say is, artists to take a blank canvas. Understand what a song is. It's a blank canvas. You have a producer add some color to it, obviously, with the beat and the production. And then it is up to you, or the other writers are with you, or whatever. It's a collective effort to paint this canvas. And that is one of the bigger problems why people may not understand this process, because a lot of people just throw paint.
Yeah.
They throw it on the canvas. And it doesn't make sense. And it probably comes out sounding like shit. But art, remember, you are an artist. You're making art. You are taking something from nothing to a final product of something. You are taking a hook. You're taking verses, a bridge, a pre-hook, all this other stuff to make one piece of art.
And painting images with words.
Yeah.
Everything. Because like that's a whole experience.
Trying to be vivid as you possibly can with the words that you are, you're giving in this song,
and the emotions you're trying to invoke at the same time too. So that's just so many aspects of it, just going into like just the process, but also in the product of it as well, to the experience. And
whether it's heartbreak, whether it's joy, whether it's
pride,
sadness, pride, whether it's celebratory, whatever it is, you are feeling in the moment of creating said art. That is where you need to be focused on to resonate with everybody else.
Be authentic. Authenticity is everything. And that's why a lot of music is just kind of like, like just strange now, because it's just like they're trying to put on a front and trying to be something that they're not.
Yep.
And then it's just like, it just doesn't, even though it comes out and a lot of people will receive it and everything. And then, because it's just like a lot of people, I feel like in this time of age, I feel like we're not living in our authentic self. And so for that, people are always going to be attracted to things that are reflections of themselves and everything.
I truly think when an artist is not true to themselves, their audience can tell.
Yeah.
And it's okay to not be okay in your music. It's okay to have a vulnerable moment.
It's all right.
When you're being transparent with your listeners, when you're being transparent with the people who support your music. You have ups and downs. You cannot tell me that there's an artist that has every day is a great day.
Exactly. No.
You can say you want to have a great day. I say it all the time. I get made fun of for saying that shit. I'm going to have a good day today. And guess what? An hour later, it goes to shit. And guess what's going to happen? By the time you reach that mixing board, that recording booth, or whatever it is for the day, all of that shit is going to come out. All of it's going to come out.
Yeah.
So it's going to be where the direction of you taking the music, because everything that that fuck with you during the day is going to seep out. Even if you try to, restrain it, regress, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's still going to seep out because it's a part of you. You know what I mean? Like, I deal with mental struggles every fucking day, bro. And that shit seeps out into my music, but not in a terribly negative way, but a human way.
In a human way. Yeah.
I'm flawed. Authentic. I'm going through shit.
Vulnerable.
I'm hurting. I'm not okay. There's some songs I'm great.
Yeah.
Let's have a good fucking time.
And either way, it's just fine.
It's just the way my mind works.
Mm-hmm.
Some days it's great. We having a party inside my head.
Yeah.
And some days it's fucking World War III inside that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. It's gonna come out in the music.
It's gonna come out in the music. Sure.
The thing is, what I tell anybody, if you have somebody that's around that loves you at your most crazy, mm-hmm. your most going through, your most down mm-hmm. moments, you don't let that person go.
Never.
Because it's going to come a time when you need that emotional support to lean on mm-hmm. and that strength that you don't have in that moment and they have it mm-hmm. because they're weathering the storm with you. Mm-hmm. Keep it.
Definitely. Keep
it. Because guess what's going to happen is way easier to navigate through this shit artistically mm-hmm. with somebody who believes in you.
Yeah.
Rather than you just trying to do this shit all on your own mm-hmm. and all you have to talk to is yourself.
Although it's good to be by yourself sometimes.
You're going to go fucking crazy.
It's good to be by yourself to process some things,
but it's also crazy good. At the same time.
Yeah, no, for sure. Can't do too much. Too much. Yeah. Can't do. There's this thing is too much of anything, and being by yourself too much can mess with you in the long term. But surrounding yourself with people who are trying to just fan your flame so your flame can grow, it's very crucial to your success as well. You don't want to be around people that are just pissing on it. You know, that's just. It's not
the crazy thing, bro. That was my whole process with this last project, Escape.
Yeah.
I did not want to surround myself with anybody that was not all in on this project. Whoever I solicited as beats, as far as features, executive production, investing, whatever it may be, I didn't want anyone involved that was not sold on the dream.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't need a feature just for the sake of having a feature.
Yeah, that's true.
I had features that all believed in what I was doing.
Mm-hmm. And believe what they were doing,
too. What they were doing to contribute to the project. Mm-hmm. And that's why this shit, to me, I keep calling it the new classic because that's what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? Like, Escape, I dare anybody in this whole fucking city to show me a project better than this last shit I put out. Go ahead, I dare you. I guarantee you I'll eat all y'all niggas' projects up. It's not happening because none of you niggas is diverse as me. I've been to these shows. I've seen y'all do the same fucking song with this in different ways.
Really?
I've seen it. Y'all niggas is not fucking with me. Mm-hmm. And I say that respectfully. But at the same time, none of y'all go with my ass. So I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. But respectfully, nobody's fucking with me. Nobody. And is proof of that because I isolated myself to make this project between my home studio and shout out to Grindhouse Studios, Jason Jett, my brother.
I need to get back in with them again.
That's my dogs, man. So between home and Grindhouse, that's where everything was made.
Yeah, Grindhouse. I've seen the studios and everything. I was thinking, but the thing is, I didn't write the songs beforehand. So I'm trying to do a situation where I could at least write out all the songs beforehand, so I could be able to make.
Because I'm also an engineer myself.
Yeah.
So me going and having a residency over there was amazing because I got to basically flip between home and outside resource to get this whole project done. Whether I had to call features, come meet me at Grindhouse, let's get this done. Like that, and that was the energy with that, and every track was just coming out fire. It was bang, 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 bang. But that was the whole energy with Escape. Let me only surround myself with the people who are believing in this project. I don't want no outside noise, no outside interference. And look, this shit's still moving, bro. I'm still getting downloads. I'm still getting streams from other parts of the world. I tell niggas all the time, it's bigger than your block. It's bigger than your city. It's bigger than your state. There are people across the ocean that want to hear your shit.
Really? That's true.
Don't focus on just where you at.
And who will support, too.
And they are strangers and will love you.
Yeah, man.
You don't need And though we may want it, don't get me wrong, bro.
Though
we may want the immediate support of our immediate family and friends and people that know us and around us, the thing is we're too familiar to them.
That's true, and they can't see you any other light.
They don't see you in that light the same way they'll see a Jay-Z, the same way they'll see a 50, the same way they'll see a Lil Baby.
They only see you as well as their ego will allow it.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
Because people want to keep you here. Well, you see yourself here.
Yeah.
But people want to keep you here because that's where they're familiar with you at.
Yeah.
They're not familiar with the you that's above all of that shit.
Yeah.
So they want to keep you here. Surround yourself with the people who see you here.
Repost your shit. Won't do none of that.
None of that shit.
But
let
and it's all. It is what it is. Don't
let
hold
some
it again.
celebrity drama break out. They got that shit all on their fucking pages.
Some celebrity birthday be like, yeah, happy birthday, big bro. Don't even know you.
Yo, don't even fucking know you. I know the motherfucker better than you know the nigga. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or when Kendrick dropped, everybody and they fucking mothers posting this album, and I just sat back and like, yo. This is why I don't depend on y'all niggas, because I don't need to depend on y'all, and I'm happy with who supports me because it is the dick eating was getting on my nerves.
Yeah, can't stand a dick eater.
It was so much dick eating. Like, oh, now you posting music to your fucking page, or making posts about this that. It's because it's popular.
Yeah, no.
Everybody's afraid to be on the next wave. They want the wave while it's waving.
Yeah, no, that's why it's so hard for people to get on here in Charlotte, just the lack of infrastructure and everything. And that's why it's like, and me and Solus had to sit down and talk about this because Solus is like the type to be like, we need to like really stay here and like make something work. And that is all true. Like, yeah, you can stay here and build that infrastructure. You can do a bit of both, but at the same time, really put your song outside of your city. Because once like Atlanta fuck with you, or New York fuck with you, or Houston fuck with you, or Miami fuck with you, Charlotte fuck with you. And I hate to say that we're the dick rider city, but I say it all the time because that's what the truth is.
What I've seen and what I've talked about in a previous interview, and I'm gonna say it again. We got
like 5 minutes. Just want to let you know.
No problem. I'm gonna say it again before we close out, bro. I do not want Charlotte to fall into the same fate that I've seen New York fall into. I don't, and I say it like this: there's so much talent here. Yeah. Great talent, like great artists here.
It's endless.
Different genres.
Yes.
Whatever you need is here. Mm-hmm. I told some of my label friends on the back up top, like, yo, y'all looking in the wrong spot. Y'all bypassing Charlotte just to run to Atlanta, and there is great talent here.
Mm-hmm. And all you got to do is put us
just on. Look.
Just build that infrastructure.
Just look. But then the thing is, if the artists here, if everybody's getting cliquey and separated and all that other shit, it's not going to work.
Mm-hmm. And,
it has to be a united front, and you have to support whoever is at the front of the line.
Yo, repost.
You can't get mad at so and so for being at the front of the line,
and then try to pick a fight with them at freaking South Park.
It's crazy. You got to respect where the line is. That's all.
And that's all it is. And it's just like, I'm the type that just claps for others because it's just like, you want that same energy to come back to you and type stuff. Of course. And it's just like the whole, like, you're just mad at somebody for just doing well in their path. It's just like, that's not an abundant mindset.
That shit
and God can't bless you that way, bro. That's just not how it works. I use this platform and everything. I'm about to get the guy from the G Rich show on too and everything. And I already had the guy from Mouth and Out on as well. Great. We're trying to build like a little bit of like a situation going on. Where
Cousins T, why I ain't get invited yet? What's good? What's going on? What's going on?
We're trying to at least like just build more of a community. The more community we build with the podcasting, the artists that are hopping on for interviews, like the more we get familiar with each other and
united front,
an extended universe type. So like when I go to like Trade Roads events and everything, I see all y'all there and everything. I'm like, bro, I've met everybody. I got a connection here with everybody here, and none of it's like fake or not.
We appreciate you, brother, because you know what? Without journalists, we don't exist either. Yeah. We just names in a blip.
And I do my best. I have a whole playlist set up for every artist that I've interviewed. I try to add them on a playlist. It's been a while since I updated it, but I will be sure to get on
Please send me the link, brother, so I can go ahead and push that too, brother. Because you know what it is? I fuck with people who fuck with me.
No, for real.
And that's just, I don't know if it's an up top thing. I don't know if it's a whatever thing, but you got love for me, I got love for you. Yeah. And I'm a show up. I'm a Do I not show? I show up to whatever fucking people that fuck with me, right?
Yeah, you showed up early.
I show up. If you fuck with me, I don't give a fuck if I'm running a 103 temperature.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna smoke something, and I'm gonna come there, and I'm gonna just be all right for the time you got your event, and I'm gonna go back home and suffer. Or I'm gonna go to the ER, like, baby, come to the ER. Come on, I can't do it. Something. But fine. I'm gonna be there for you though.
And I respect that. I respect it a lot.
Well, I'm gonna say before we close out, you know what I mean? Escape is out now. I don't need y'all to download that, but guess what the fuck is coming after Escape? It's called A Tale of Two Cities. I already got the fucking name of it. This is my, I'm not even gonna say attempt. This is my contribution to the Double Disc Society.
Dope.
So I idolize Pac, Big, Jay, Outkast. Everybody that's done a double disc. And I said, I want to try that shit.
Yeah.
And I locked in for about 2-3 weeks, and we got it.
No, gotta get it.
So
appreciate
that's
that.
next. That's on 2025. I ain't gonna tell y'all when in 2025, but I want y'all to keep streaming Escape for right now. That shit's a classic. I don't go fuck. There's nobody album in the city better than mine right now. Escape is out now. DaPaDon on all platforms, and you can look me up. Google me, motherfucker. DaPaDon. If you need my socials, you need all that shit to stay in tune, please do. But right now, I want to thank the Mental Threads podcast for even having me here.
No, for real. Appreciate you.
I want to thank the city of Charlotte for even embracing me, because I'm not from here. Though I have roots here. My mom is from here. My whole family on her side is from here. And I have my aunts, my uncles, all that shit. So it's like my second home anyway. I've been coming here since I was a kid. But I know I'm not born here. So I want to thank Charlotte for embracing me here and the culture here, the music culture, every journalist. I fuck with y'all, man. Mental Threads podcast. Thank you again, brother, for having me here.
Thank you very much, Dapa Don. Check out all the songs. No Escape.
Oh, it's songs on songs, nigga.
Money and Money. Top Shotta. 85 South. Away. Bad Little Thing. I
got bangers. I want you niggas who think you better than me. Put song for song. Let's go.
The versus battle.
We can fucking go on live. And we could play song versus song. If you think you fucking better than me, I'm gonna tell you this shit right now. We're gonna do this before we leave. I'm looking at the camera. If you fucking think you better than me, you think you better than that, right? Hit me up. Let's fucking organize this shit on live, and we can go song for song. I guarantee you I'm gonna fucking smoke you. And that's all I got to say about that.
That's it for the Mental Threads podcast, episode 180. Dapa Don, thank you for coming.
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it. All right, we're going off.
All right.
Signing off.
Sir.
That was dope. That was a really dope episode. That was great. It's like it went really, really fast. That's how you know it was a dope